everything we develop comes from external conditioning. Then how do I find my identity?
All right. What's your name?
Pallavi.
Pallavi. Pallavi, had absolutely everything been coming from outside, then this question could not have arisen. If everything comes from outside, then we are a system like a machine. A machine never has the urge for self-inquiry. A machine will never feel uncomfortable or befuddled with the fact that it does not know its true identity. In fact, the question of identity itself is not relevant to a machine. So what happens? Yes, we realize that a lot of what constitutes our psyche comes from what we have read or heard, assimilated directly, indirectly, consciously, subconsciously. We realize that. And the more we realize, the more we become free of that which is just an external layer upon me. How do I know? Just by inquiring, just by seeing. And this seeing is very simple, very straightforward. The environment is noisy and I find it difficult to concentrate, right? In the morning, I get a few compliments and my mood cheers up. My favorite cricket team loses a match and I feel down. These are the simple, routine, everyday events which, if observed, give a freedom from the power of the outside to control us, from the power of the outside to become our identity. Are you getting it? So, no real action has to be taken. You do not really need to do something or go anywhere or actively negate your thoughts. You just have to be a little more watchful, conscious, and it becomes very clear that, oh, it happened there and it is affecting me here. The more clearly you see this, the more frequently you see this, it starts becoming awkward then to let your control remain somewhere else. It won't be very nice, right? Every second minute you are realizing that the world is controlling you through a remote system. Does it remain pleasant? Yes? Would you feel nice that way? But we all, the people around us, the entire world, allows that to continue only because we are not present to that fact. We do not realize that. So that realization itself is liberation. Nothing else needs to be really done. It is a kind of a slight, a kind of an insult. To frequently keep on seeing that my strings are being pulled by the world in all directions, and whosoever pulls my strings succeeds. Yeah? One does not feel good with that fact. This not feeling good is your freedom. Because after all, there is no real string. The string is only mental. The string is ignorance. You realize and you are free. In a physical sense, however, that mental freedom may take time to show up, time to materialize. You might have a physical location. You might have a concrete timetable. You might have a certain routine. Realization does not mean that immediately your physical whereabouts will also change. One might be there trapped in some kind of an enclosure, practically a jail, without ever knowing that he is trapped, that he is a de facto slave. And then he starts seeing that where he is, there every single thought and action of his is commanded by somebody else. At the psychological level, this is instant freedom. You see that you are being commanded and you are free from the command. However, that does not mean that physically too he will become instantly free. Whatever is physical is a result of time, comes from a process that extends over time, and hence the physical manifestation also takes time. So do not be worried and do not start doubting what I just said if you do not see your freedom expressing itself in a very material way. That material expression may take time. For example, you might be with somebody since years. And now, because you are with that person since years, so the company of that person is meshed in your daily program. You go and catch the bus with him. You take your dinner with him. You watch movies with him. Probably you have a joint membership with that person in some club. It's a result of your long-standing association. Then one day you realize that the fellow has actually been dominating you, controlling you. That does not mean that the next day he will disappear from your life. There is a long past. And that long past has its own residue. It will take time to be cleaned away. But rest assured, that the process starts. And then it also expresses itself materially.